Got some rides. Yeah, soaking them in.
Little ladle at my favorite vehicle.
Wait a minute, he's riding in the front. That means we sit at the back.
No.
Yeah, you
Careful
got
getting on and out.
I see one. The rainbow.
Yeah,
the
I
side
got good
stripes.
colors here.
I hear it pumping fuel. She's trying at 6 volt. Come on, baby. I hear her help her fuel pump. It was trying to bust off. Oh. Man, that would have been awesome. I thought it was going to bust off. She's trying. There it comes. There we go. Some compression. Come on, baby. Yeah. Wetted them cylinders down and busted off. Wow.
That must be a 1941.
Fine old car there. Greg, would you get the door, sir?
I will.
Here, well, don't hug me.
Wait a minute, he's riding in the front. That means we sit at the back.
No.
Careful.
Yeah, you
Careful
got
getting on and out. You know,
Huh?
just be careful getting in and out.
I will. Absolutely.
I can all help.
All right. Here we go.
James, make sure you put your seatbelts on.
You look good in it, Greg. That's you, man.
Presidential, huh?
Oh, yeah. It's so quiet. How quiet it is.
Very.
I like listening to the old gearbox.
5 o'clock.
Right, so we can go drinking.
Yeah,
Good point.
it's always 5 o'clock. That's what I got the one in the Pontiac set at. Well, just a couple minutes after.
Jump seat. Oh, that's neat. That's so you can access some of the
Yeah.
stuff for the partition, I guess.
Steer good?
Huh?
Does it steer good?
Not too bad.
It might have been electric.
This is, well, she lived down the street. This is the first it's been moving for a while.
No, I mean this house.
Yeah, Sharon lives down with Tom. The tree hit that roof a while back.
There's the radio.
Get our tunes on, let it warm up.
3 on a tree. No power steering. Look at the vents in the floor. Or in the back of the seat.
I I can drive an old car like this with no synchros.
Right.
Some people aren't in tune with them. I see he shifted it, and he shifted it just right. The gears meshed up.
Sam, I'm not saying I'm any better or worse than you, okay? But I can drive this old car, or other ones like it,
You know what you're doing.
and shift it and drink a beer.
He's,
All
yeah.
at the same time.
You got a lot more miles in these old cars than I do.
Hello. Jeff. Hello.
Well, this is the curtain back here. So pull it up and then hook it on here, I guess. Speaker.
Oh, it likes being driven too. Warming it up.
Fresh air.
Mm-hmm. This one's already ready to open. Look, Greg.
Yeah.
Oh, I feel it too.
Real important.
What is that? You're missing a lens.
Nice.
This is cool.
Yeah, what a treat.
People going, look at that.
Sam, you know what I like sometimes?
I'm listening.
Taking an old car out on a country road and then getting in a stretch of that road that there's nothing to document time. So you're in an old car looking out over just the way things would have been.
You're in the
back
40s.
day.
Yeah, I feel the same way.
Yeah.
That's my favorite thing to do when I'm filming something like this, that there's no other traffic,
Yeah.
but just old, you know, old homes,
Yeah.
walking around old towns. I think about old cars and I look at old houses.
Yeah.
What would have been parked there, you know, in the 50s and 60s.
When they were commonplace.
I ought to get some footage of you rolling through these hills too before we go back. Like I'll stand outside and get a little footage of you rolling by.
Could have brought the camera car.
Oh man, I didn't even think about that.
What's that?
Oh, we were out playing around.
When we were down in Ocean City and today with Gary's car, I use mine as the camera car.
Yeah.
We
yeah.
were
So we
following
have,
him. And
like us passing you, following you, getting shots from the front, have you pass us, get all sides of the car, see with it rolling.
just feels like a luxury car even today.
Doesn't it? Rides exceptionally well.
It
This
just,
car, they tell me from a good source that it was sold new to the Mayflower in D.C. and used as a livery vehicle for that hotel.
oh, it was a ritzy hotel.
Yeah.
High end. Just can't get over the hood on this. A big old hood ornament.
I feel like we're going to the ball or something, man.
Right?
I need to dress up a little better to ride in this baby. I'd like to have something like this and dress like the period, you know, dress in the old clothes. That's fun.
Get your zoot suit on.
Wingtip shoes.
That's right. The only thing that's missing back here is a bar.
I start to say female passenger.
Well. Well, it doesn't have a window. Oh, it does have a window in between. So, yeah, I think it's electric though, because there's no crank like the other ones in the
Okay, on your side, Gary.
buildings. Yes. Dual wheel here.
Listen to that. Smooth running.
Smooth. No rattles.
Doesn't get any better than this, fellas.
What a treat.
This is why I'm always showing those shirts that say "Old Guys Rule" and license plates that say "Old Guys Rule," because it's true. Doesn't get any cooler. She's just purring. Check out this iron forge over here. Wow. Look at that thing. Interesting. There's a plaque about it. Neat.
Because sometimes I'll find mine on.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm a little car slut. Find a new car, buddy.
Yeah. And you'll have to, when you come in for the Chrysler show, call Bill to pick you up.
Yeah, in one of his Chryslers.
Yeah.
The New Yorker. Oh, they love it. People waving at us.
That's bad.
So fun.
This hide was wrecked right here. And I got the motor and I pulled the oil pan down. It was all dried up and clumpy. And that's not all.
What month in 14?
It's hard to say, and it might be 15, but I think it's 14.
What am I looking for?
The picture of this car with a yellow fender on it.
Well, I see a cream colored TD.
It might be prior to this.
TF. Why don't I have that car?
Here, get out of your way.
No, you're right. I'm a raw low buck affair.
Sam, this thing, it runs and drives. And it was, we got it painted, put a new top on it, white top was on it. This top made a big difference.
Yeah, it looks good against the black
Yeah.
and the red.
So, I'm happy with it now, but it was just a lot of work,
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You've been to his other place with all.
And what year is this one?
41. I like 41s. Kind of a mixture between something you can drive all the time and a good looking car.
Here's a picture of the green Mack truck.
Okay.
A yacht racing sticker.
You done inside?
Yeah.
Whenever I was eating lunch, I just walked around and looked.
That's a lot of hood.
A lot of what?
A lot of hood there.
Yeah.
Is that an 8?
Yes. They're flathead V8s. They used that motor in World War II in the tanks.
Oh, wow.
That's not it.
That's not it. And it lived around town, one or two places, and I bought it from the Chevy dealer because they bought it back.
It's been here its whole life.
Huh? Yeah.
Is that the police car?
No, this is a police car.
Okay.
Oh, this one was. Yep. Nice.
Got the old mohair in it.
Yep. Headliner.
That's the original, the plating on the handles. It's nickel. It's never been re-chromed. It's old nickel plating.
Sam,
Yes, sir.
this has a day and night mirror on it. See that piece of plastic?
Yeah.
That's how original this car is.
I've never seen that.
Okay?
It looked like it would just disintegrate.
Yeah, that's how original this car is. It still has that.
So you'd put that up there for the glare.
Yep.
Drop
or,
it down.
Or turn it down, you know?
It smells original. You can
Yep.
smell it.
27,000 mile car, and it needs a set of tires, but I'm not putting them on it because it just sits
Somebody
here
put
and
some
we look at it.
turn signals on it a long time ago.
Yeah. Freewheeling.
And that old upholstery's in such good shape. It's the right stuff.
Hey, Sam.
Yes, sir.
Hey. Maybe we'll go get a bite to eat or something. I got one of
Sounds good.
Yeah.
I'll get out so you can continue.
Oh, no. Enjoy yourself.
You got a search by year. My phone. I'm gonna go back 5 years.
Yeah, I should take a picture of the inside.
Totally.
Oh, searching your photo.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
What we got? Let's go back to 15, 14 or 15.
That's neat.
There's 14.
There's Vivian. Used to be a little paper that went around the Harrisburg area called the Paxton Herald, okay? And I'm going to Hack, and this car is for sale with a bad motor for $350. So I bought that TR3. We lived on Minnick Street, which is one of the streets in Harrisburg, going to Hack, Simon, myself, and a couple other people. Marty and I had a few cars for parts that were like, I had a motor for this TR3. So I'm putting this motor in this TR3. And the long and the short of it is, the car, when I got done with it, ran good. But it caused me to flunk out of school putting this motor in. Oh, what the?
Was that a good thing or a bad
I
thing?
don't know, but I called Hack about a year ago when I'm in the middle of being retired. Yeah, and so the lady, I was impressed with it, have everything on a computer screen, you know? And she was gonna give me a little lighter itinerary so I could go back and get my 2-year degree, which I spent 3 years and never got. But she had informed me at that point in time
I got mine.
that, Bill, currently, you're under academic suspension. And your GPA is 1.9. And I decided at this point in my life it's not worth going back, so I just deleted that idea.
Well, looks like you're doing all right.
We're having fun, and I think that's what it is.
I think he's
Oh, man.
My story's
26,
Oh, is
man.
it?
That's cool.
When I called Hack,
That's a real antique
You
there.
would never get past OSHA nowadays.
That's the kind of stuff you'd see in the 50s at car shows.
Yeah, you see
No,
a big
you
gear with a
graduate.
chain
We'll
on
send
it.
it
It was
to you.
chain drive.
Wow.
And put your hand in there, it's gone.
Yeah, you son of
Cloth was a luxury back then more than leather.
Hey, Bill,
Yes,
does this baby start?
yes, I think so. I haven't run it for a year.
You won?
I forget the name of the replica company that duplicated.
you gonna get enough stuff to do some podcasts?
Love this stuff. Oh, I could stay here all day, poke around on them.
Yeah, all those Duesenberg, Packards,
No, then you better book 2 days then.
same kind of thing. I don't want to start that because I haven't.
That's okay.
Oh, it's got wires on it.
Did you get it?
No.
Here.
Well,
Yes, yeah.
so jammed in you can't move around.
He's been collecting them for decades. That's stuff you just don't see.
What's funny is Mark used to work with Bill. I think Mark found it.
Yeah.
You take it.
Volume. That was like a $30 option.
Put it to the scrapyard.
Oh yeah, I don't want to see anything, especially this day and age, get trashed that somebody could use.
Anyhow, I went to a stock auction one day with a friend who went by me. I'm standing there in the Chevy, and it's the cleanest fucking Chevy in the world. And I'm bidding on it, and now I'm waiting for somebody else to bid on it, and they never did. And so, man, that's just a common fucking car. So I get it done and open up the trunk. This hey.
Yeah, I had to. I had permission.
You got it.
I knew it had a rumble seat. I saw these little steps.
It's the best part of the vehicle.
Yes, it is.
Cars are cars.
Yeah, they'd be boring without stories, people.
The stories behind them that make them.
I didn't see your movie cards.
Got it in another garage.
Oh, pillows for your feet, cigarette lighter,
All that stuff.
clock.
It's a lot of car to soak in. A lot of hard to get them all in one viewfinder.
Okay.
My whole
It's been in there forever. That's no
Blue stairs.
Greg and I's whole
Huh? Yeah.
make you crazy.
Was what?
Make you crazy looking at cars.
This is crazy. Oh, you bring it on. That old booth. This is just great. Make sure I don't stumble over anybody.
It'd give you a lot of
What a treat.
What do they call them? The stairs.
Wants a beer, there's some in the fridge. Help yourself. There's a couple different selections.
Thank God.
That's a 57. And the rumor that and I don't know that I could substantiate it or not. I can't, so I may as well not mention it.
I'll tell.
Disney owned that car, that's what they told me. I got it out of St. Louis, I don't know.
So the rumor is that it was Walt's car.
Yeah. So even though I can't substantiate it, I can't deny it.
Yeah, it sounds like some Mickey Mouse stuff to me. Sounds like some Mickey Mouse stuff to me.
Carry something around your glove box.
It's got these old.
What year is this one, Bill? 41?
40.
40. Lean cuisines in there.
So what?
I get.
Unbelievable lean cuisine.
I sit in it.
Oh, it's got a clock back there.
Pillows for your feet.
Look at that original old ladder. Even the style in it.
Try, not shopping.
Yeah, saying I can't go to the grocery store, I can't
Right.
but I could shop online.
I don't want to mess that with that too much.
Suicide doors.
Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh, there's a lady looking at me over there. She's checking me out.
Go get the hell out of the store. I'll tell you what, I don't find an issue with that, because when you've been shopping for him, you have to check it out.
The hood on that thing.
It's comfy back here.
The ones back there.
Hmm? This Depression era stove is cool. This old picture, Donaldson Ford.
Oh, I didn't actually point it out when you were over there. I was up on a ladder the other day. I don't know.
Look at the hinges on that thing.
eBay. I'm trying to think of the state it came from. It came from a family.
Looks like it'd been stored a long time.
Yeah.
Old heater.
Back then. And I'll tell you what, I've driven this car and I've driven that. You can just tell the difference in the weight. This, this car is heavy and those cars are, little six drags them around good.
You just
No power steering. Yeah.
you feel the quality in it going down the road.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yes.
Build quality.
Yep.
Well, what's this one got going on? A 34 has got a flat 8 in it. Can we get under there?
I think it's a.
Should be a gull wing hood, right?
That's what I'm trying to. It opens either side, doesn't it?
It should be.
Watch that spare. One time I lifted one of them things, the whole thing fell off. It wasn't attached, so I'm always real careful with them.
Really?
I think it's an overhead valve, but I couldn't.
Oh yeah.
You could just hold it up for a little while instead of laying it down, if you don't mind.
Nope,
Yeah.
That's fine.
Just get in there and show them.
It's clean.
It is.
It runs good. It
Oh.
runs good.
Old fuel pump in it.
The horns. Are those ahugas? Are those ahuga
Oh, no.
horns?
What's going on with the coolant going into this?
That might be air. This is coolant. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going in the radiator.
I don't know. You have to ask somebody else.
This one's got twin water pumps on it for each bank, I would think, like an old flathead V8. Yeah, it does. It's got twin water pumps. Cool. Thanks, Greg.
That's definitely a V8. Yes, sir.
They're gonna say, "Why didn't you show the engine?"
We did.
That was kind of heavy too, wasn't it?
It's got some.
Thanks, Craig.
It's
Wasn't really made for a lady to check
it's
her
got
oil.
some weight to it.
They have a really factory security system. What do we got going on here?
Look down in there. Take a picture of that. Right straight down through there. Right on down towards the motor mount. Right here.
Yeah, I see a
See that?
strap on it. Oh yeah, what's
Okay?
that breaker-looking box there?
Yep.
What is that?
Now, this car was built for the military. You can see some of the flashlight, the color. So maybe you can investigate it for me. But let's just say it's a 1940 Caddy. So in the midst of the war, if they had a blackout and they didn't want any lights on, they'd pull that switch. Then the car would be totally dead. Maybe. Okay? This car,
Look at the old markings on it.
Yeah, get a record of those numbers.
I'm gonna leave the hood open for you.
What's the story on this one?
It
Let's hear a little.
allegedly belonged to one of the principals of the Jello Corporation, and he bought it for his fiance. She didn't like it on account of the way the doors opened. Okay, so I think it's a '37 Victoria convertible. Dietrich designed it, but he didn't build it. There's a little differentiation there. So I want to show you one of the things that's extremely original about this car, right there. See that little canvas strap?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
See how it's tore up here?
Yes.
All right. See how it's still on the car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's how original this car is. A little bit of paint, a little bit of upholstery,
A little brass.
but it ain't never been apart. Okay. I'll leave that hood up.
Yeah, that's a treat.
You want it up?
Delco Remy.
It has a little bit of political background, but I bought it anyhow. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
So it was built originally for the oil people. Baker Castor Oil Company. And Massachusetts, this guy here had the Boston Globe, okay?
John Fox.
Yeah, and they tell me that Joe Kennedy lent him some money, and some of the terms of that loan probably were how he presented JFK and maybe helped him present him in a different light for the elections. Okay, now the unidentified resident in Maine, or Lester Smith, was a mink farmer. All right, and I'm curious what the balance sheet for a mink farmer looks like. Are you with me? Mm-hmm. And this guy was a Cadillac dealer in Ohio, and there's an article in one of the Cadillac LaSalle magazines with further documentation on this car. But this top comes down in the back. This comes off.
Oh yeah, the whole piece
Yep.
of it there.
Yep.
So you're enclosed
Yeah.
and the driver's open.
Yep.
And partitioned.
I'll be back in 15 minutes.
Must be the cheap one. It doesn't have a clock. on
I'm
the back.
telling you, some of the deletes you get. That's some of the personal information. I'll be back in 15.
Thank you, Uncle Bill.
Man, that's cool. Cadillac.
Hey Gary.
Yes, sir.
You were thinking about me.
Oh yeah. Hey, it wasn't just, hey Sam, show up and we'll just do whatever.
And it's not all snooty. He's cool.
Yeah, it's the plans.
It doesn't make you feel like you're afraid to touch anything, you know?
Right, exactly.
You know how some people, yeah,
Oh, don't touch. Nope, you want to sit in that seat.
treat you like an idiot, you know?
Open the door, open the door.
There's so many idiots out there.
Oh yeah. Just be careful when you do it, that's all. That still got a little bit to do, I guess. There's a window frame. But that dash is cool.
Yeah, Buick called it Dynoc, that wood grain texture they come up with. I think Buick originated that. I don't know what Cadillac called it.
I don't know. It's got the mirror. I guess that's supposed to be a dome light from back in. But yeah, it's got the divider too when the...
Yeah, he's real into the limos.
Oh, he loves limos.
Private luxury.
Cadillac limos. And look at the space back there. It's just crazy. Always trying to get under the latest skirts. All right?
I've retired. Fine.
Well, on this side, I don't know what them features are over there.
What is it?
But this has your clock and it has your oh shit handle. It's got your cigarette lighters. This side actually has a radio. Look at that.
Oh, it's got a radio
It's got
in
the
it?
dial. I had to look, turn my light on to see.
Oh, hell.
See this over
Yeah.
here?
I've never seen that on an old car.
Uh-uh.
So that's how the other half lives.
Right?
Look, it's got it on the other side, maybe?
I don't know what's on the other side. It
No.
looks like cigarette lighter and stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't know. Right?
I didn't know. I didn't want to try it. I figured I'd let you break it.
Yeah, I'll break it.
It ought to just lift right up.
It's gotta have a cat.
It says Durham on it. I've never seen that.
Durham.
Durham. God, look at that motor. What a hood. Look at the... Greg's a big dude. Look how big he is compared to this hood. That's a lot of hood, man.
There's a lot of it.
That motor looks good and fresh, too. It's had a lot of work done on it.
Yeah, all this is clean up here.
The radiator's been re-cored. This one's ready to go, just about.
John G. Lowry
What is all that?
identification number Cadillac
Oh,
identification card.
Wow, man.
Cadillac Motor Division.
That's back in the day there. Look at the old cloth wiring. It's original.
Yeah. That's bad, man.
That's so cool. Look how that... Man, it latched right down. You gotta love that.
Did.
Easy now, don't get fresh with her.
Faith?
Fair.
Plate light.
Yeah, those backup lights are fancy.
They are.
Yeah, and I heard you knock on the door, I walked down, and there was
little opera window. I don't know how you back this thing up. Seeing out of that.
Oh man. You get the driver to worry about it. Look at his long mirrors he's using to back up with. See the long mirrors?
Yeah.
Like you had on your semi.
Exactly. This one,
Oh, I know what I was gonna ask.
the car, the trunk ain't that big.
What do you think about
It's really not.
Enough for a spare and a bag or two.
you think you have it up, right?
Heck, they have all their space for the driver, passengers.
Right?
I don't know. I think that's what number one.
The Cruella de Vil. So this was the Candy Heiress car.
There's a
She put these opera lights on it so she could find it coming out of the opera house.
I don't know. Did we register it on? I wouldn't have. Because I remember I bought the worst for it because we had two different size doors.
This one. Oh, this was the one that had the political history he was telling me.
Wooden frame. Standard Cadillac parts. Original owners are Mr. and Mrs. Marshall of New York. The Baker Castor Oil
And
Company.
this kid that will not take a check. He hasn't never filed an income tax return. He's never. He's
Yeah, they made it look like the 30s cars come in
They
the
helped
town car.
help do that, I guess. Look at that.
show off by me something.
That's a good looking broad.
They never show up. At least this kid showed up. But I try to give him tools and stuff. As, you know, barter, and it deserves a second chance. Because I've probably already given it a second or third chance.
He called her said it was his fiance in the video. Mistress is a little risque.
Hourly rate.
Definitely not as old as I was.
No. Well, that rain's coming down.
Yeah, I'm glad we're in here. Yeah, it's got an armrest in the middle. They put them in cars now.
Cushy.
Cushy. Nice.
Wheel. Original Fat Man wheel. What am I seeing here?
I don't know.
Can't wait for Jane to use
It's
her
just a
pool.
cover.
Yeah.
Decorative cover.
All the controls.
Clincher wheel. That's what they call them things.
It almost looks like a sextant to navigate with.
Yeah. Yep, you bet.
You're good at doing that.
Good at
He's got you trained to open
lifting up
hoods.
gull wing hoods. That's a V6.
See if I could read that. Delco. No, it's just got redundant plugs in it.
Yeah, but there's a whole nother set of
Look,
them
there's
over
where you
there.
can get to the valves in it. Those plates.
Yeah,
Interesting.
That is a V. It's a
It's
V8 with V8. You can
with
change
double
the
plug.
plugs though.
So this is one of the first closed engines.
The V8 with double
A
plug.
couple of years before this, they were open valves, and you could see the rods moving
Yeah,
and
the
oil
The
everywhere.
oil can.
Yeah. Cool.
And the old Oilers.
You know what I'm talking about? Those open valve engines.
Yeah.
There was actually one that runs around here. It's Oakland.
Oh heck! Look at the spring on
It was
that.
at the GM show.
Oh, it's like old, some kind of old clutch back in the day. It's just a spring, fan clutch. Mm-hmm. And this thing was top of the line, standard of the world.
Gotta love that little oil can.
Oh, it's all tilted cool now.
And then you pull it up and you have spark compressor to start it. You had to pull this one way, pull that one way, push these things in.
Interesting.
Driving range.
Man, that's more complicated than an A when you just had your spark and throttle.
And I don't know what all these are down here, but you turn this, I imagine you had to turn these things too.
Yeah, it's got a magneto. You crank it and then you turn the magneto off.
And I don't know what the heck these two pedals are here. This must be,
Well, there should be a starter button. Is there a starter button?
well, this has got to be a clutch. This
If it's
is
like a
brake.
T,
This must be,
That's spark
Speed.
retarder.
well, it says driving distance.
yeah, here we go. Ignition, side, rear. Yeah, that's the magneto.
There. This is, because it doesn't have a gas pedal.
Your throttle might be up there.
Here's the throttle here.
But the other one, it has to be a spark
Spark retarder here.
timing change. It changes the timing.
But there is a button, two buttons down here.
One should be a starter button if it doesn't have a crank.
Yep.
And there's a thing over here to press. I don't know what that is either.
Look at the old, it's got old, yeah, fire extinguisher, the old brass powder one over there,
And a clock.
all unpolished.
And a clock.
Looks like it's been there since it was new.
Check out their jump seats.
Just step on all this stuff. Here. There you go. Watch your footing.
Big old touring car.
The jump seats are crazy.
A couple of years ago, Bill and I went to the antique Hershey.
Let me get in there. Oh, cool.
My favorite car that day was a 1911 Mercedes.
Wow.
That was so cool.
Man, that's got me interested. Never seen one that old.
Yeah, this unlocks
Yeah.
it, and there's gotta be a safety catch. That one back there opens the same way. I actually had it open.
Harry Belts Jr.
Safety catch, 'cause this is supposed to pop.
There you go. There you go.
Safety catch.
It's the original Fat Man wheel.
Yeah, push it out of the way so you can get in.
No offense to fat men. It's just what
'Cause
they're
I are
referred
one
to.
of them.
That's what they're referred to as. Yeah, Greg was telling me. That's interesting.
You told him that? On the way over here.
Just a little bit.
I thought it was here.
Just a little
Yeah,
bit.
I thought it was here.
It was used to
He didn't spill the
Right
beans.
there. Since you put the hood up on that Packard, would you mind putting it down?
Sure.
Yeah, I don't want anything out of place.
I guess he's done filming it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Greg.
It's,
So, do you think we could find it next week on Texas Grid?
I don't know how to get in if it's in the place I think it is.
He said that,
That's true. That's true.
we could try. Unless Bill wants to go there. Call him and see if Bill wants to show him that car.
Yeah.
Somebody in their wedding here in this Cadillac.
You should get the story.
That's great.
I don't know.
Sam, did you see this?
Look at that, 1916. This bad boy was 2115. Make all remittances to Wilkes Barre.
Gary wants to know where your 63 Cadillac is. The one used in the movie.
Yeah, great stuff. Sounds like Dracula's coffin.
Ain't? Now that's clean.
Wow.
Okay, that's across from Terry Saints Plumbing and Fisher Auto Body.
Big old
Yeah,
V8.
I know where you're at. You had.
Cool.
Cadillac windshield washer bottle over there.
Hey, let's get it. Oh, that's a cool one. It's got a housing around it.
Mm-hmm.
Neat.
Okay, is that in the same building? Oh, okay. Yeah, Gary was wondering where that was too.
And it's a big old hood.
Understood.
That'll make a man out of you holding that up.
It's amazing.
What kind of lights
Stays
you
up.
think are on this? Light?
Yeah, we're
Lights.
Okay.
Like it's hit
We'll finish up.
updated bulbs.
Thanks, Bill. Right. Okay, well, I know where the 63 and the wheelchair car is.
Oh, okay.
And we can stop there, it's like really close.
Oh, right.
Now, but he's also gonna go home and sit. So we're welcome to do whatever we want.
Okay.
And even stop down at the house on the way back.
We'll do that to say goodbye.
No, Doctor's not. You know what house it is? I can show you.
Is it the free house with the hidden bedrooms?
No, that's Christmas.
I told her.
That's really going on.
Oh, when you walk that, when you. Oh, I'm not doing this building too.
Well, there's more stuff.
This must be what
It's hinged out here.
What's going on over here, Greg? Greg, I thought you were expert at opening hoods.
that one's a little stuck. Little.
I want to see this wheelchair access.
The wheelchair is on this side. I can't get the back door open.
Old original plating. Oh yeah, original upholstery. You can smell it. Let's see the back of it here. Oh yeah.
And on this side, still the original upholstery, still just like the Cadillac, but that's a wheelchair.
Oh, the actual chair, that's a wheelchair?
This here is a wheelchair.
And it'll roll out.
It'll roll out. It's
Wow.
for when everybody had polio.
This one's open.
According to the picture, that door opens like a suicide door.
It's locked. Pull up on the lock, Greg.
It just pulls up.
Oh,
Like not threaded.
okay.
Yeah.
Bummer.
Yeah, it's even got curtains in the back.
Yep.
That's cool.
It is cool.
And I guess that is the ramp.
Interesting.
It used to open.
The picture of it opened, but that might be a file photo.
No, it was open when you had it there to show.
Oh. Yeah, it's still locked.
So what does it say on this one?
Hey, we got the runner stands on the back
Yeah.
and the bumper.
It's pretty much authentic, except for it doesn't work. They said there's no window.
I'm surprised they didn't.
Yeah, I see the ramp.
Yeah.
A lot of times they'll
Wheelchair
try-
ramps.
Yeah.
That door won't open.
Will not open.
Sorry.
I thought I might have the magic touch.
It's a nice shelving if you had a use for
It
it.
is nice. I was admiring it.
I have never seen or heard of. What's it called? An invalid car.
I didn't either. That's why I
Scald yourself. That can't be an original place for the battery.
I don't know where else it would. Remember
There's the
this is
C&I. There's the box for it. Autotronic eye.
it might be because there's
Missing
no
the
other place.
reservoir. See what it says on the build tag of it. That's going to be interesting. Look, here's where you put the flags for the.
Yeah.
There you go.
That normally would be.
I'm going to show that. See if somebody cops to that. They'll be like, "There's no glass in the doors." Somebody that's back then, you didn't have a. Unless you had a pocket watch.
Well, good. So Bill's at home. Should we stop and get lunch?
Be all right. I got it.
Got it?
Yeah. I was going to get it rolling through the picturesque countryside. That was what I was wanting to do. Now get him coming around that bend.
Not like a Ford, he's not pulling in here to oil his driveway. got the one shot.
Cadillac Presidente comes home.
Exhaust pipe. So I put a
Oh yeah. Sounds good.
I used to have, let me see, I'll take some keys. To the tiki bar. Is that where we're going first?
Well, I don't know.
Where are we going?
I don't know. I was going to
This is your tour.
Well, Bill.
Definitely ill. Oh, no, not at all.
No, that's not just.
And now, he's been 3 years cancer.
Yeah, yeah. I sold one to Doug, and I kept that one.
Right.
And that's an earlier one. It might be a 106.
Yeah, I haven't.
But I'd hate to be without one, you know what I mean?
It's always been my dream car since
Yeah.
you would beat me coming back from the ale house every night.
Yeah.
I still got one. Family exercise.
What's that, Greg?
Playing drums,
Okay.
other than walking around golfing or car shows.
Okay. Well, it's made of replicas. And this replica was made in the 70s. And a company bought the Auburn parts, and they used a lot of those parts on this particular brand of a replica. So
So the Renault parts?
there are some of those parts. And one of the guy's son I got this car from said that they go to an Auburn meet, and people get pissed off, this just wasn't really Auburn. So it comes to it.
He had this, yeah, I mean, he had it out for sale at the gas station.
Yeah.
Across the street.
What is this one?
Back in the day, from the
Rosler,
I
New
think,
York.
I got your own, I think they ran it through the classic sale for a while.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, you're fine. I'm doing my thing here.
Am I allowed to look inside?
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, you look good in it too. That's you.
Remember what I said?
Does the steering wheel move?
Oh, yeah.
Use your heavy old door. I like, for some reason, I have a soft spot for 62 GA.
Wasn't fast, but it was sexy.
Yeah, I didn't mind. Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Oh, man, you give him the fork or a light, you take a couple of cigarettes and rip it out and put it out on the street and go crazy.
What about me?
Remember
Always a little crazy?
Yeah. Red.
I just want to tell you a quick story about this car. And,
Is that from the, you were looking at the picture of it? In my folder.
Oh, this is it.
49 minutes ago.
Oh.
One sunny Saturday afternoon, we're up at Mulligan drinking beer, sitting out back, sunshine and dry, beer's going down good. We decided we were going to beer lunch. Mark Beals with us, Jimmy and myself, maybe his brother. And it's just a very picturesque little route to take to get to the beer lunch. Got the top down, you go out. Yeah. You go out, had dinner and everything. Got him, went to bed, left top. I guess the next morning, we're gonna have top.
It's like a Samco Cord. They used to put big block Dodges in them. The company out of Oklahoma. They built Cord replicas back then.
That's all one picture of it. That's a whole.
Bought it from a man in his 90s.
Yep. Traded it in.
Well, we got something busting off over there. Something's busting off. Check it out.
It looks like an old sports car.
We got more in here. Something's rumbling back here. Oh.
Careful what you're doing in there. She needs to be careful what she's doing everywhere. True. It's all good. All good.
Okay, all right.
Diner.
Do you want to put it in here?
Hachi dog.
Famous
The Hachi dogs.
Famous Hachi dogs.